Welcome back to Got Fuels Model Car Garage. This is Brian. I'm going to do a quick shout out and a tutorial. First shout out. The shout out first is Russell. Russell's Model Cars. Nice card. On the back, I want to tell you don't worry about it, man. I was in no rush to get the engine parts. So he got the engine parts for the Tamiya GT4. I'm just now unwrapping the paper towel here. So we got the firewall with the brake booster. That is the intake manifold and the intake air box. Valve covers, and those look really good, man. All these parts look really good. That is the front engine cover, fan, and he said this piece here is it's the cross member that goes from strut to strut. So thank you, sir, very much for those. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get started on it. Got to decide on decals. From what I've seen, there's really only one set of decals I can use for a red car, and that is the Volt decals. So thank you, sir. If anybody knows anywhere else I can find some decals other than the Volt decals that will work on a red car, please let me know. Alright, so a quick tutorial here. I already got my pieces cut out, but we're going to make a trunk liner for the Revell 32 Ford 5 window, and I'm doing the coupe version. So the trunk I'm not going to glue on. It's not going to be permanent. So I want to line the inside, and I want to not only line the bottom, I want to line up the sides, and then I'll carpet it. I'll be using I used to use baby wipes, but I had some of these in the truck that are dried out. This is disposable washcloth, one-use disposable washcloth. So they been in the truck for a while. They're dried out in the big truck, and they're dried out. So I think this will look a lot better as carpeting. So I'll be gluing that down with the white glue, just like I've done in the past. So is what I'm going to do here is I got to make a couple templates. Just take a sheet of paper, put it up against the seat back, and hold it in place. I'll take a small tip permanent marker, and these fenders will come up. They sit like this. So this raised section is as far as I want to go with my template. So I'll put my template in here, small tip marker, and I mark right along the edge right there. Give me a line, both sides. So put a line on both sides, right along the edge, hold it in place the best you can. Just getting it close. This is just a rough end. Alright, and then with the body on and in place, I'll put a mark, as you can see back here at the back, how far back I wanted my liner or trunk liner carpet to go. So I took my measurement and had about 4 centimeters from the back of the seat to the line. So I finished measuring that out on my template, how far back it needed to go. And I did have to rough in the lines because they didn't go all, but I just followed the angle. So there was an angle, slight angle on that raised section that came in. Well, that marker isn't working now. There was a slight angle. I just took my ruler, made the line as straight as I could. So I cut it out. I cut it out on the inside of the line, and taped it down to the thinnest sheet of styrene I had. I taped it down. I got the straight edge from my template, my piece of paper, and put it straight on the edge of my styrene. Rolled my tape over to hold it in place. Took a standard permanent marker. I mark it out, and then I cut on the inside of the line. So that gave me what I needed. I did put my paper back in the trunk and make sure that it was the size I needed. So now I have this template. So now I have that template. Then I have to I had to put this back in place to make sure it didn't go too far. Everything was sitting where it's supposed to be. So a lot of mock-up here. Everything's sitting where it's supposed to be. So then I basically eyeballed it for my angle. I knew I had 4 centimeters. Yeah, you can hold your paper up. You got to hold everything straight. You can hold your paper up the best you can, like so. Tape it if you want. Draw a line up the back of the seat to get your angle, because you need that angle. So I know I got 4 centimeters coming back here, and then I measured with the template, holding the template in. I took a measurement from the template to the bottom of the seat, and I wanted to add just a tiny bit to it, so I lifted it off because there'll be some cushion in there. Not much, but there'll be the carpet, so you got to pull your ruler up just a hair. You got to minus a millimeter or 2 off of it. Okay, so then I just mark that down on my piece of paper. Where's my actual piece of paper I cut? There it is. That's all I did. Just lay my ruler down and transfer that measurement back a little bit, and that gave me my height. And then I know I had 4 centimeters. I eyeballed it, cut it out, cut out the circle, the curve, test fitted. If it didn't fit right, I trimmed it a little bit and trimmed it a little bit, test fitted and test fitted. So test fitting with the paper, same thing. I transferred that to my thin styrene sheet, test fitted it. Make sure I knew I could do 2 at the same time. Once I got 1 in there the way I wanted it, I know all I had to do was transfer it to another piece of styrene, and now I got 2, 1 for each side. It is going to be tricky. I can glue this down first before I put the body on, or when I actually do this, the interior will go into the body first. So I can glue this down. As you can see, I'll be able to get that in there even with the body on. And then when I get the fenders on, that will give me somewhere to glue this piece into here, and it will fit right in there. I'll probably have to do it with some tweezers, it will be carpeted. So all I got to do is glue it right onto that fender and up against the seat back, and straighten it out a little bit, and it'll give me, might have to angle a little bit, give me the look I want, so you can't see the top of it. But now all I got to do is to glue my carpet down and paint it, and I'll have a lined trunk on my 32 Ford. So that's it, quick tutorial. I hope this helps anybody looking for it. It was my first shot at it, so it's your first shot too. It's quite simple to just take a little time. Take your time with it. Do make sure your templates fit before you cut your permanent piece. Thank y'all for watching Got Fuels Motor Car Garage. If you like what you saw, please give me a like and a subscribe. Thank you.